All praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Shai B'Shem Kakadash. Call Elohim Wahawah Hayna Yahweh Bashem Shai B'Shem Kakadash. Giving double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone. Well, peace and salutation to the elect 144,000 prophets, choice men, 12,000 of each of the 12 tribes of Israel. And shalom to the rest of the remnant of the 1/3 elect, whom are men, women, and children who believe in the words of Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai B'Shem Kakadash by hearing the words of the prophets, which are the words of the Lord. And Shemai Mapman is a mapper from the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. Just coming with another week lesson. We meaning my going into insignificant. I'll say, weak Americans, all right, which is a false social construct of a classification. You have a lot of Edomites, all right. They are, as it says, Edomite Americans are quiet quitting our leading institution. Yeah, you can see that Babylon the Great is definitely falling. Okay. We get also Revelation, the 18th chapter. And let me get this other scripture. Just a quick, directly to the point. This is the book of Luke chapter 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Right, Esau Edom, which is the enemy and adversary, he's falling quick. All right, basically from his rulership, his position of rest right now. Okay, and it's becoming very, very, very troublesome for these Edomites. Okay, they got a lot of distress on their feasts and their countenances, which we can clearly tell. It says here, this is Proverbs chapter 12 and 25. Heaviness in the heart, meaning the mind of a man, maketh it stiff. So you can see a person how they basically feel based on seeing their face. Okay, Esau ain't putting on a poker face in front of you. It's clearly evident. Stiff meaning let's see, like basically the droop. Stoop. Yeah, I mean, bend one's head or bowery forward and downward. Like you see somebody with their heat down. Okay. To lean down, crouch down. So instead of being upright and proud, like I said, Esau is being shown to be low. He's being pretty much humbled, right? Because Satan, the physical counterpart for the spiritual demon Satan, is Esau. Okay, he's the seed of Satan. All right, on earth. Isaiah chapter 14, and it says here at verse this is Isaiah 14 and 10, and it says, all they that speak shall speak. Let me read it again. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Right, the other nations. Okay, because seeing how this place is falling, all right, seeing how their hegemon is being rattled, influence. All right, you have chala, chala, which basically means sick, like diseased. When you go into it, machla means disease in the Hebrew. So you have it to become weak or become sick or become diseased. All right, to be or become sorry. So and Esau is looking sorry. Okay, not in the point of him being feeling as if he was gonna be repentant because he can't repent, but just looking like a pretty much a loser. All right, like reflecting back on everything that has been done. Okay, when your own Edomite counterparts at the low level are quitting, and when you use them, and we're looking at pretty much the loss in morale of these Edomites. Okay, it says here, Isaiah 14:11, thy pomp, being the arrogancy, is brought down to the grave. Pomp going into Ga Awan, going back to, I think, Ga'a. Yeah, Ga'a, which goes into pride. Okay, to increase or being risen up. All right, so Ga'awan, all right, goes into pride, majesty. If you're arrogant, it's maybe because you're lifted up. It is because you're lifted up, because you're exalted for your excellence, which your excellence is based off of Israelites working, and of course witchcraft, and yeah, basically spiritual demon Satan giving you the blessings, which the Lord really is the one that controls your blessings altogether. All right, because prosperity, life and death, all that's controlled by the Lord. Okay, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, all right, to the ground, all right, and the noise of thy vows, the music, his shite. I was listening to this song, this music. It's by this band called The Sacred Souls, and it's amazing. And it's like, I was just like, man, it took so long for me to find a really good band. And go to find out this band is recording the old way on analog and such. They prefer analog. It's like a one Jake. They all Jake, I believe. Some are, I think, looking like Issachar. Like two of them maybe look like Issachar. Maybe one look like a Edom, but it's a Jake with a beard. And the others look like a so-called Negro. All right, with a beard. All right, but yeah, man, these sacred souls. All right, common day music is shite, as you can hear that mumble rap. It says the worm is spread under thee and worms cover thee. The worm is going into the decay, or Ramah by Baryath in the Hebrew. Okay, which we can see this infrastructure decaying, corroding. Okay, the signs of decay. All right, and it's rapidly corruption, feeding on the deed. Okay, and this place is deed. All right, or dead as you would pronounce it here. So going on, let's get to the article, just in the spirit, because hey, it's great to just be in these sitting in these precepts, because we're seeing the movie right now that the Lord wrote. As the work from home trend took off during the pestilence outbreak, the term quiet quitting entered the complementary lexicon. According to the Harvard Business Review, quiet quitters continue to fulfill their primary responsibility, but they are less willing to engage in activities known as citizenship behaviors. No more staying late, showing up early, or attending non-mandatory meetings. Yeah, that's the thing. I see that. I've seen that. Even even people like even of my caliber and such, and a job have been for quite years. Like you see that pretty much a lot of stuff is just vanity, shawah, and so what more is the person that quiet quit, where it's just like nothing else matters. I'm ready to get out of here. And I see a lot of defeated looks on these other workers' face and such. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to get whatever they got, if they are getting anything, and get out of there. Simply put, having perceived their jobs to not have value and meaning, they do no more than the absolute necessary, which, hey, it's a low bar. Most of the institution I'm dealing with, hey man, it's like it's like it's the bar status quo is mediocre. It's not even passing grade to me. This is a debate among scholars to the extent of the quiet quitting phenomenon, but there is increasing evidence that they say so-called white Americans, or they're really Edomites, are increasingly, not all Edomites are people that look like so-called weak people are Edomites, by the way. or children of the wicked. You have scattering amongst of the Israelites amongst looking like Edom. But going on, it says our increasingly quiet quit America is leading institution and the possible implications of that for American society are profound. Profound goes into being very great. All right, so it's good dog. Great. This phenomenon is a consequence of the trends I write about in my forthcoming book, The Unprotected Class, about the rise of anti Edom racism in American culture, and how both formal and informal anti Edom discrimination have become a factor in almost every area of American public life. Little surprise then that more and more young Edomites, especially young Edomite men, are looking at overall environment saying thanks but no thanks to our leading institutions. Right. So they in that like that's your so-called alleged future. If your young ones are not like trying to like be in this and support your system, hey, how the hell are you gonna be held up? Okay, how is them taxes that the interest you collecting continue to work in these pension funds and etc.? It's not gonna work. It's over. According to the report at military.com, most of the Army's much discussed income recruiting shortfalls is due largely to a dramatic decline, while a bit of more than 44,000 they got so-called weak Americans signed up to join the Army in 2018. That number cratered to just about 25,000 by 2023. So a stunning drop. Yeah. So you see, like a lot of people, they're not even having a lot of people even sign up and enlist into the military. Yeah, weak military too, with weak, and you would say the criteria to enter is very low. A stunning drop in a short period of time when so-called black and Hispanic Israelites recruiting was largely flat, right through. And Jake shouldn't be wanting to be in their military, right? It's not our war to fight. He already done conquered the world, you use Jake to do it. As a result, Edom recruits went from 56.4 of soldiers in 2018 to 44% in 2023. Even military leaders attribute this decline in significant part of the souring of conservative Edomites who have traditionally formed the backbone of the military. Okay? Conservative, going on them traditional values and such, right? The basic old America, old ways, right? But that now you got these new liberals, coming with, more freedom and less restriction as the older cats, the kids, they grew up with, even though they attribute to having virtue from religion, they got some them old virtues, okay, and getting up, going to work, trying to benefit your family. These kids don't care about themselves. They a lot of times their main thing is I want to wake up, smoke weed, get high, and collect the check. And it could be any way. If they can get to a job and work and get hurt, and are already have the intention to get hurt so that they can collect. That's what they want to do. They're looking for a way out. Okay. It says here, who have traditionally formed the backbone of the military, but are now looking at the anti-woke, are looking for the woke anti-weak military under Joe Biden and opting out. All right. Yeah, this has a lot. It says about the percentages of medical students is well below their numbers. All right. So-called weak college enrollment for 18 to 24-year-olds have dropped from 43% in 2010 to 38%. Okay, in 2021, the sharpest drop of any major ethnic group. So it's you Edomites says these are hitting. Okay. It says, given that SAT scores are on average much higher for wheats than either blacks, so-called blacks, or Hispanics, it's clear that weights make up a hugely disproportionate number of students qualify for college but are not attending. Yeah, so they just don't want to do it. Like, and people see the scam with that. Okay. Um. Says also, for decades now, the government have dispensed valuable contracts to preferred constituencies. Yeah, exactly. Certain bodies of voters, right? These certain groups, right? My constituents in this district that contribute to my so-called position being a elected official, delegated. But anyway, on the basis of there not being weight at the federal level, such contracts for which weights are ineligible run to tens of billions of dollars annually. All right. It says, as palladium votes, racial and other quotas have even come to supposedly what's that? Sacrosanct. Sacrosanct halls of corporate finance. As 2021, Goldman and Sachs, perhaps the world's most prestigious investment bank, will not underwrite the initial public stock offered by companies that do not have at least two non-straight wheat men on their board. Interesting, their gender board is diversity ruled. Do not apply to their clients in Asia. But anyway, it says, can American institution run as well in the 21st century if so-called white Americans are quiet quitting them in despair? It looks like we're about to find out, and it's not. This is Proverbs chapter 29 and 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked are bear rule, the people mourn. So you see the world in mourning. Okay, the world languishes. All right. Mourn, go back to the Hebrew word hanach, which goes into just a sigh or gasp. All right, mourning, groaning. Okay. Going on further, and I'm not gonna go to Revelation. Let's get this precept. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 15 and 13. A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance. Yeah, your face. Okay, you could tell if somebody's happy based on you seeing them, like, damn, like he feel good. Like, you see the proud Edomites. They be, you can see the pride in their face, even if they looking hard at you. You be like, yeah, he's all right. He's happy inside. You can feel the spirit. But it says, but by sorrow of the heart, the spirit is broken. Yeah, so the sorrow of a heart, can break your spirit. And you can see that what spirit is in E is broken. All right, it's through. Let's look into that word for broken, as I would say. Proverbs 15 and 13. Let's go to Blue Letter. Proverbs chapter 15 and 13. Looking for the Hebrew word for broken. Broken goes into nakah, which means to be stricken, to be wounded. And you see this dude is pretty much bleeding out. To strike, he's been hit. The Lord has hit him. All right, with these plagues. All right, as we know in Deuteronomy, it talks about the plagues that would hit us, and that's what's hitting them. They're getting smitten with madness. They're being hit with sorrow, heart, longing, and all right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and 7. It says, "And Yahweh, thy power will put all these curses, which are written in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." All right. So, they got the curses, and they experiencing how it is to be pretty much a nigga. Because that's the true niggas. Scoundrels and scourges and holding back is Edom. All right. So the prosperity Edom is falling from them. This is also did I look? Yeah, I look up Morgan. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and 14. It says, "For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that bloweth away with the wind." Damn, that's worthless. All right, their expectation is worthless. Okay, because their future is slavery, which is very soon, because this kingdom is falling now. All right, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. All right, so y'all hope is pretty much through. All right, you have nothing to look forward to. All right, scriptures also say here, if I can find that precept, it was supposed to be here. Get this precept. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and 12. It says, "Hope deferred." Hope, basically, deferred goes into mashak, which goes into basically being drawn out. All right, deferred means basically to put off. All right, to a later time. All right. It's like you got deferred compensation. You put money into the system so that you later on can get it back. Well, right now, Esau, his system is over. So he ain't getting hope. He's not getting expectation. He's not getting goodness back. It's over. Hope deferred maketh the heart. So, like, say, for example, you hoping for something and it don't, you like, damn, it ain't coming. Like, it mess you up. Because remember, these people are faithless too. Carnal. They like, damn, man, like I just seen this other Israelite get all this money over me, and I'm weak. It freaks them out. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. All right, maketh your mind sick. All right, sick. Again, chala is the Hebrew word, which means to be sorry, to be diseased, to be grieved. Okay, you can see these dudes grieved. You got some Edomites that's out there begging, still looking through. All right. Still in their blue jeans and white t-shirts through. But when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life, right? When you get exactly what you hope for, it's like, wow. It's like, dang, I got it. And it flourish. And it's a blessing. But the deference, the waiting for expectation that don't come, that destroys a person. Okay? Proverbs 13 and 11. Wealth gotten by vanity, which this place was gotten by vanity. Shawah, from taking, obviously, us into captivity. Which we are wealth. We're the Lord's wealth. It says, shall be diminished. You see it being diminished now. New. It says, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. Okay? Yeah. So, but they threw, so that's what it is. Esau don't try to ascribe, oh, well, we gathered you guys up to work. Well, nah, your increase happened, and now you're at the end of it. Diminished, which ma'at means to what? To be made little. Right? Become few. Right, few of y'all in the workforce. To be small, diminish. Basically, to be insignificant. All right, ma'at. All right, fewness. So there you go. Or we, as I say. So that's it. The spirit, shalom to the elect. All praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. B'Shem Kodash. Edomite Americans are quite quitting our leading institution. That means that, hey, you ain't in the lead no more. You through. Shalom.